If your ex throughout the relationship told you that you were better than them and they had feelings of low self-esteem and they got overwhelmed and they've got some fears of commitment, there's a lot of things inside of them that's getting in the way of the relationship. When you're in contact with your ex again, should you try a little bit harder because they have some internal problems that might keep them from reaching out to you? For the answer, watch this video. Hey, I'm Coach Benny, and I help people get their exes back. And before I did this for 5 years, I was a dating coach where I had to pay attention to what things tended to create attraction in other people. And if your ex had a lot of problems just on their own side of the house, just from their past, their trauma, and things that were, happening internally in them that was keeping them from staying in the relationship with you, you can see how you don't want to send them a wrong message and kind of make things worse because they're already struggling. And so there's a tendency to want to do more. There's a tendency to want to chase. There's what we call the illusion of action, where you have some anxiety that makes you feel like you need to do something to get them back. And if your ex is one of these people that I've described before, typically they're going to have a dismissive avoidant attachment style, which is going to make things a little bit more difficult in reattracting them. Now, with any other attachment style, it's pretty much a no-brainer. You never, ever want to chase your ex. If they're dumping you, you want to let them come to you for the most part up until a certain amount of time. You want to have a more aggressive social media strategy and try to reattract them. You can play a little bit more hardball with any other type of ex. But if your ex is a dismissive avoidant, it's not really advisable to try to sting them with jealousy, to try to make them feel bad for dumping you or anything like that, because they're already in their low self-esteem, and that's going to prevent them in some cases from reaching out to you. Now, when they finally do reach out to you, you want to be encouraging to some extent. You want to, be playful right from the get-go. You don't want to just be short or dry with them because they're already assuming that maybe you hate them for having broken up with you, or that you're better than them in any way and that maybe you've moved on already. So we want to be encouraging by being playful and funny without chasing them or doing too much. So it's really the fine line that you have to walk with a dismissive avoidant of not being too dry and too cold without also not chasing them. Now, I will say as a coach, I've seen a lot of dismissive avoidants get anxious for their partners after the breakup. And if you go read the text, it says that, dismissive avoidants never get anxious or anything like that. Usually what they're referring to in the books is that that's how they act in the relationship. But once a breakup has happened and there's a shift in the power balance, and now you've kept no contact, you've started to make them wonder if they can even have you back, they absolutely can get anxious. And this is why you don't want to do too much, by chasing them after the breakup. So if you have to pick on one side to err on, you still need to pick on the side of not chasing, okay? But just be a little bit more aware with your ex. If they're a dismissive avoidant, you do need to kind of be encouraging with them when they do message you through playfulness and just having fun. And if you need my help in this process, click into my profile picture, click the link down here, set up a call with me. I want to hear your story, and I'm going to tell you exactly how to get your ex back step by step.